Hello and welcome to QuestJunkiesUK. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and we are brought to you by the kind support of CZRPG, Phoenix Dice, Trollord Games, and Nathrax 3D Minis. Look out for your chance to win in our fabulous giveaways. Check the session for today's giveaway. And, of course, you can get yourselves a lovely discount over on their homepages using the coupon codes that will pop up in chat. Do not miss this amazing stuff. CZRPG with their beautiful encounter design, maps, a fantastic Patreon for you to join. Phoenix Dice, their incredible, sustainably produced, recycled packaging and everything. The wonderful Click-Clack Math Rocks, do check them out. Trollord Games with their incredible Castles and Crusades original system and lots of D&D content as well. And the beautiful 3D printed and beautifully painted, if you wish, minis of Nathrax 3D Minis. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Please check them out and let them know that the Odyssey sent you. Now, let us also say a huge thank you to the wonderful people over at Sirenscape. Amazing music and sound effects for your games, and just makes the whole experience a completely different level. Check them out, stuff for D&D, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, other game systems, board games, science fiction, fantasy, everything you need. Link in chat for your chance to get a free trial of this amazing product. Now, let's get into the session. To adventure! Hello, wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK, and welcome back to the frozen depths of Icewind Dale. Deep beneath the rugged glacier lie the broken ruins of the Netherese city of Ythryn, and this bunch of evildoers, at the bidding of their dark patron Vecna, have slunk into the depths and the caverns beneath Icewind Dale to search out a relic and cause much mischief. Welcome back to the Hunger of Ythryn, everybody. It is a pleasure to have you all here. Thank you to all of those wonderful people in that pre-rail for supporting the channel. Check out all of their stuff. There will be cool coupon codes and things revolving through there in chat from time to time for you to get any last-minute gifts for your friends. A little happy bundle of Phoenix Dice is a perfect stocking filler for starters, and all of those other things in there as well. Thank you, Phantom, for that shout out there. Yes, jump into the VODs and the socials and the Discord and all that stuff that is going on over there in the other places. And if you want to see what's going on coming up for the new year in the channel, lots of exciting things are going to happen, and we are excited for all of that. Hey, GR, welcome in. Hey, Baron, how you doing? Seb, thank you for that subscription. Seb, you need to let us know who gets a spin of the Wheel of Shenanigans. Thank you for your sub. So who would you like to be the beneficiary of a spin of the wheel? And we shall see just what lies in store for them. Now, as we are wrapping into these things here, let us remind ourselves just what is going on. First and foremost, with our giveaways, the wonderful CZRPG, and via the generosity of one Baron Dragonborn, we have two wonderful giveaways for you people. So you can get yourself some amazing digital content from CZRPG, adventure supplements for your games to make everything all that much shinier and awesome for your new year D&D. And as a thank you for a year of streams, the wonderful Baron Dragonborn has gifted us a gift for you, playing it forward into the channel. And we have a set of Phoenix Dice up for grabs on every show up to Christmas. So we've given away one already over in Jacinta's Tyranny. The second bag is up for grabs today, so jump into that giveaway and you can have the chance. Thank you to Baron Dragonborn again for being with us this year, and for your generous thanks forward into the community. So we are referring to as the Baron's Boon is up for grabs, as well as the CZRPG goodies as well. So everyone jump in on that. Seb has no idea what an astral elf is, so Ossian gets a spin of the wheel. We shall see.
Oh god.
Thank you. Baron Dragonborn is beyond legendary, isn't it? Okay, right. And to date, the only player character I have bundled into an oven a la Hansel and Gretel. Now, as we, well, I say I mean, it was a green dragon wormling, but hey, what's you going to do? Now, as we do wrap up the intro here and jump into our adventures, we will give a spin of the wheel when we say hello to Ossian there. Here he comes, Ossian. The music pauses in anticipation as our astral elf fighter Ossian gets. It spins longer than it used to. Oh god.
Oops, no health.
No. It's another crystal. You have 3 crystals now. This is out of hand.
Can I make a donation?
No.
Damn.
It was meant for you.
These are not transferable.
Our generous patrons have given the crystal to you. It would be rude to transfer it.
Yeah.
It's like giving something that you got for Christmas to someone else immediately. You do that next
Is
year.
that what we...
Yeah,
Do it next year. You can only read it the next year.
Apparently.
See, I always screw up. I do it the day after. I'll do it next year.
It's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. Okay. So, my friends.
Giveaway.
Last time we were here in the necropolis of Ythryn. Hey, Papa, how you doing, mate? We were venturing through the ruins. They went into one of the abandoned wizard's towers, but discovered that it had been destroyed by the crash, and the large chunk of the walls and ceilings missing, especially the one they're looking for with the part of the riddle on that they're trying to solve to gain access to the central citadel. And they found that it was missing and had been thrown elsewhere in the wreckage. Luckily, the means to discover its location was at hand, as they had a large goldfish ball-like scrying device that could find the location of anything they were looking for, and it came complete with little eyeballs swimming around inside. Our bold paladin leant forward and, placing his hands on the device, sought out the location of the riddle, and they discovered it was in an observatory to the northeast of their location. However, the bowl took a price, and with a sharp stabbing pain, Fushiro donated the newest eyeball to the mix, and there is now a little dragonborn eyeball bobbing around inside that bowl as well. Our recently resurrected astral elf fighter, despite all of the inspiration crystals he have, still managed to die, along with Mike Vuzlin, Fushiro, and their patron villain Harpal, who is unfortunately not here today. Hey Ranger, continued out into the city once more towards the observatory and the lost piece of the riddle. And on their way, they discovered the wellspring, the large well delved into the thing, the psychic wellspring, if you will, where wizards of the city would ponder and gain insights into things. They themselves did so as well, but Vuzlin's thoughts were a little more intrusive than the entity lurking at the bottom of the well liked, and the remainder of the psychic wizards, the divination wizards that had been melded together into some strange, hideous beast like a hydra with long necks and humanoid heads at the end, came surging up the well and rolled lowest in the initiative. Very, very bad news, as our adventurers leapt forth, not only with held actions and then their own actions to boot, and the blades flashed and the spells zinged, and Villain Harpal. The real reason she's not here today is that she's sulking because, she had this cool spell. It was this, barely anyone had heard of this amazing spell. It was going to attack every head all at once, and it got to her turn, and there was only one head left. But it was summarily dealt with. And as all of these bold adventurers had their evil way with this poor creature, it's tumbled lifeless back down into the depths of the well from whence it scrambled. And that is where we left our crew last time. And that is where we'll dive into today for our next session of the Hunger of Ythryn. And welcome back, my friends, to the Frozen Depths. I wish I'd done that like 3 seconds later. just. Oh, really? And then go right back in.
Oh, really?
Well, didn't catch it, unfortunately.
It was a really good one too.
Presented to you with that context. Okay, so adventurers, welcome back. Now that we are, fully submerged in the story, with the real-world conditions being fairly similar to Icewind Dale conditions. Finally, we made it, guys. We made it. It was like our Rime with the Frost Maiden, like the rest of the Rime with the Frost Maiden, the campaign that we did, our separate campaign we did. We kind of started and went through the winter months, and then we did the finale as we came into summer here in Japan. It was just like, yay, perfect. Right.
You got some snow up there in Iwaki, though?
Nah.
Nothing in Tokyo.
Sunshine Iwaki? Nah. The Hawaii of Japan? Self-styled Hawaii of Japan? No.
It's Furoshiki, so...
Okay. So, my friends, your companions, the awakened penguin, Kingsport, and the poor local boy who was being experimented on that you rescued from the evil laboratories, and you were only slightly tempted to continue the experiments yourselves, of Xenophon, are leading you away, having been slightly panicked and perturbed by the hideous multi-headed monster that came out of the well. And like Xenophon's like, that's what they were communing with this whole time?
Shocker, I know.
You never want to see how the sausage is made, do you?
Quite.
Go ahead.
No, please, after you, mate.
I was gonna say that it was the wellspring of answers, but they weren't the answers to the questions I was necessarily looking for.
Yes.
I know how chain lightning is played, but that wasn't the most pressing question in my mind.
Indeed. Yes, they did pick up various tidbits of information about the city and what's going on here, but at what cost? None at all, because they just butchered the poor monster that came up. No cost at all.
Oh, the answer was experience points. I feel so much.
I take offense to calling it a poor monster. It tried to kill us. So,
Fair.
You didn't do a very good job.
We're calling it a poor monster because we're using the bad usage of poor. It wasn't good at its job.
and it had no
Killing
treasure. It was very poor. It had no treasures.
True.
Go.
Okay, so
Expecting a chest. It's D&D after all.
Xenophon
Like chesticle.
Xenophon and Kingsport come out from wherever they were hiding, and they're like, so, get what you were after? Onwards?
Yeah, as long as we don't go to the menagerie over here. I think we know where we want to head next.
We have options, yes. Xenophon points out that this building here, actually closer to you, is the Bazaar of the Bizarre.
Well, that sounds neat.
He's like, if you're looking for supplies, maybe there's something left. And then the observatory, where the missing parts of the riddle is apparently tucked away, is over there. And then there is the menagerie, which we weren't too keen on last time. So,
No menagerie. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's off limits.
apparently.
It's like, nope. That was a full-on no right there. Like, okay.
What's gonna be in there? Well, you know what's gonna be in there. It's gonna be
Menagerie.
century-old, millennia-old beasts that I'm gonna have to kill. I just don't want to do it.
It's like the rehash of White Plume Mountain. It's just like all of those creatures stuffed into one big ball.
I know the name, but I've never played it.
Oh, ooh, you'll like it. You'd like it. You'd like it. Yeah. Anyway, please lead on.
Yes. Mike, any preferences for where you'd like to go?
I'm curious as to why Ossian is so dead set against that one place, but you know, I'm easy. I'm just. I'm here to learn.
I think we're seeing all the types of adventure here. There are the adventures that are like, oh, it's just going to be a bunch of combat. No, and there's the adventures that they're like, pets, though. Potential pets.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to call that out. It seems like it touched a sore spot for Fushiro, and quite frankly, he's been through a fair bit. He's kind of working on 50-50 vision. So maybe we
pot meet kettle.
Hey, you were dead earlier today, which
yes,
Fushiro was
I would like to.
I
would
revived
like to know how
you.
how you don't fit in all this. Of all of us, Ossian, you have undergone the biggest transformation. I can see it in your eyes.
Now, you were so big, and now you're shrinking back down. Do you think you'll get down to my size?
With any luck, I'm sure.
We'd be perfect dance partners. I could lead. I never get to lead.
I'll work on my pirouette.
Oh, I'll dip you. It'll be so nice.
I learned one over in 10 Towns. It's called the Batusi. Maybe we should try it sometime. We'll get some cool tunes going. Yes.
Batusi?
Batusi from Batman.
This conversation got incredibly bizarre. We haven't even made it to the bazaar yet. Anyway, do we want to go to the bazaar, Fushiro?
We're bazaaring up. We're gearing for the bazaar. That's the mindset. It's all about.
I'm afraid my entire knowledge of dance names comes from that one Ray Charles song in the Blues Brothers. A mine of information on the subject, but
I'll go wherever. I mean, the bizarre of the bazaar sounds pretty great to me. But again, the menagerie is ripe for experimentation and new friends.
And it was a very, very strong connection to yourself, the menagerie.
I also can't rightly recall while we're here, and Velen is not around at this moment, so I will just go wherever I'm led.
She turns. She's like, Mike, you're never gonna become a decent necromancer if you can't remember simple facts.
Oh, you are here. Okay, good. Then yes, let's lead on, boss.
The snowy owl's just scowling at you.
I'm sorry. We just mean in spirit.
It would be good. This would make a good shopping episode, I think. Let's go to the bazaar.
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to do a Russian accent. Sorry, my bad.
What?
If I'm being Velen Harple, I had to do a Russian accent. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you do.
What about moose and squirrel?
Steph? No.
Oh boy.
It's uncanny. Okay, so you're
Send me
gonna.
the text. I will do it for you. That's fine. That's fine. I can jump back and forth.
It's like Steph's in the room. It's bizarre. So yeah, you're gonna pop your head into
We're not there yet.
Pop
We're
your head
not
into
at
the
the
mall.
bazaar yet.
Okay. Snapper fingers will be in the bazaar. D&D one. This is quick step.
So yeah, you make your way around the there's the exterior walkway around the edge of the city, where the wizards and various folk of Ythryn would wander along of an evening and look down on all of the rudimentary, primitive agricultural societies that they lorded over from their flying city, and you find yourselves approaching the Bazaar of the Bizarre. A large market hall sits at one end of a long plaza. Its 4 towers broken and leaning inwards. Faded pennants hang above the entrance, frozen stiff. A loud clatter resounds from within the hall. So someone beat you to it.
Wait, there's someone else down here with us.
You've met several people.
Does
Well,
it
like-
smell like that Arcanoloth?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage from outside, I would say.
Okay. I just roll it once, right? And then we're doing the thing. Yeah. A 19.
Wow.
Well, with it, if the first roll was a 22.
Yeah, see? I see it. It's right there. Undeniable. Nice. Okay.
I'm so attuned to things.
You do not... Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless
Oh,
you.
sorry, I thought I was
Look,
muted.
attention. Like, Mike and I are trying to have a moment here, please.
I'm trying to smell things.
We're having an olfactory moment, for God's sakes.
Once was sympathetic.
Sorry,
Twice...
I rolled poorly. I got something else. Something got in the nose.
Some frost up there. Yeah, once was sympathetic. Twice was just attention grabbing. I'm sorry. Come on.
Wow.
Okay.
Daddy's
What do I
upset.
smell?
You do not smell any musty foxes of the lower plains.
Okay.
But there's a bit of a metallic tint on the air.
All right.
Right, everyone's jumping on this perception check.
Smells like metal.
Sorry, I just love it. Everyone jumped on the perception check in chat, and it was only the ranger that didn't get it. Ranger Harley. Oh, it smells
the
of it.
land. We didn't say we were in tune with it.
Smells like metal.
Honey, I smell teen spirit. I don't know.
Haha.
No, Tom.
That's grunge.
I mean, here I am now.
Hey.
I can entertain you.
Never mind. Okay. Okay, so do you peer within?
Heck yeah.
Okay, how are you doing it sneakily or just hello?
I will sneak.
Okay, give me that stealth check. I'm just going
22.
to preemptively say this. I'm very glad it's you, Mike.
Oh no.
You.
I'm so nervous.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. You.
So glad it's you. You haven't died yet.
Yeah, Fushiro tried to beat the system by coming in pre-dead, which is just rude. Oh. Genius move. You clamber through the wreckage of the doorway and find yourself in a warren of mangled shop fronts, crushed by chunks of ice and stone. Most of the things that you can see as you're passing by are destroyed by age and the impact of the city's crash into the surface of this planet. But some other things have been damaged more recently. And it is very clear by what. As you see, off amongst the stalls and the broken shop fronts in a kind of open, what's what I'm looking for? Something coarse, like a thoroughfare, kind of like a open area, like in the middle of the mall, you know, like between all the shops. You see a large, silhouetted against the kind of lamplight coming in from the other side, figure, like, you know, huge thing, crashing and blundering around, and you kind of, I mean, you're very stealthy there, so you stay hidden, and the first thing that comes to mind is that frozen corpse that you discovered when you first came out of the caves. Do you remember? There was that massive frozen corpse right at the entrance to the city.
I
Because
wasn't here for that.
Oh, okay. You did. You discovered this huge
I'm like,
corpse.
well, yes, I absolutely remember that.
You do, yes.
There was a massive corpse which didn't get investigated thoroughly. Which just as a meta bit of knowledge here, because it doesn't matter, was actually killed by the drow that you got up in the caves as one of their expeditions down here. But the one thing that was very standout about that creature was that it didn't have a head. It was just this weird kind of torso on legs and arms, and this silhouette that you see out in the space ahead of you is similar. It seems to be, you know, a torso with arms and legs, huge proportions, crashing about the place, but no head sticking up from where the shoulders are. Now, are you gonna?
No head?
Seems that way. Yeah, I mean, like, but similar to the corpse that was out in the.
I mean, that makes sense why it's crashing around. If it can't see, it's confused.
Now, you feel confident with that stealth check that you could get closer if you want to look closer.
Heck yeah!
Okay.
I'll waddle over. Do a little
what?
butt wiggle through the snow.
Do you do that thing where you like you wiggle your button and just like pounce on it?
Yeah. Do it.
It's like,
I mean, the snow is probably taller than me, so I have to do like a dig and hop.
it's like there's that meme going around of that woman like calling her cat in for breakfast. She actually puts the bowl on. There's like snow like halfway up the door, and it just smashes through the wall of snow into the room. I don't know if it's by association with you, Jess, but like recently my my YouTube shorts and my Instagram reels have just been so many cats. It's like, where did this all come from?
They know. They know.
So.
We're like, hey, you should send this to your friend Joe.
Osiem, Vizlin, Fushiro, what are you doing whilst Mike is prowling forward?
I'm waiting for my good friend Mike to return with any information, or for there to be any loud sounds of pleading for assistance.
Sound of a cat screaming.
Yeah. Get the yowling. We get where the yowling's from. Osiem, Vizlin, same.
Yes, Vuzlin's going to use one of the abilities he has with his spirit usher is to sense and look into the ethereal plane as well as the material plane. Do I happen to see anything odd? Is there anything like half in the ethereal, half not? Okay.
Actually, Vuzlin, on a side note here, I'm with my character who's also a similar ranger to you. I made the bold yet unfortunate story choice to send my spirit usher away with a message to be delivered very far away.
Oh dear.
Osien is in that campaign with me. I don't think we're going to see them again, Osien.
Yar.
far away.
Goodbye.
It was very necessary for the story, and it was the right thing to do. But it's just like, I don't think I'll get to use those toys anymore.
Nope.
I feel like I'm going to miss this at some point.
By the way, Jess, if you feel on the overlay there that you're caught in the middle of something, it's because Osien and I had a bit of a quarrel on Saturday.
We're working through it. I've called a counselor. It's been difficult to schedule, but you know, John and I were going to try our best. It's been tough, you know.
On the overlay? Oh, I can see it because
you're
I'm
between.
doing
I
the
know.
polite thing.
You're between.
I'm
just saying you're between Osien and I. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
caught in the middle of something.
Yeah.
Because
okay. I was like, I don't have that open. I just have the chat open because you told us. To do
yeah, we
that
get. Well,
at the
I
first
think
session.
in this particular thing, we're not being shown any secrets now.
Yes.
It's just a big over. But yeah.
I
know. I am too. I popped out my chat.
I'm a good player. I follow the instructions.
I'm just saying, when Osien was asked to initiate some PvP, he didn't need to make 3 attacks and put smites on all of them when he attacked me.
I had a message, a clear message to send, and I'm sorry. It was a little aggressive, I'll be honest.
Thank God I got a lot of HP.
Boy, I see there is a cottage industry for D&D PvP therapy sessions. We could make a lot of money.
It's just an anger room, all pictures of me and John just smashing the crap out of it.
I need to talk to
Whatever it takes, dude.
I need to talk to our good friend Caustic Phoenix and just let us we'll go over there onto their show and just have us just do a massive PvP. It's like, I think Critical Role had it right. They just give the players the chance to just to wail on each other from time to time. There's battle royale sessions.
I'm not wearing pants.
Bands.
I have a dim memory of what that was, but I can't remember. Was that a Deck of Many Things thing?
No, that was that was when the Mighty Nine and Vox Machina fought, and Ford was just like, "Oh, cool." He just had chaps and he had no pants.
Gotcha.
Yeah, chaps and no pants.
I saw the trailer for the season 2 of the cartoon, and it's got that moment when Grog finally managed to grow a beard, and it's so good. It's like the joy.
Yeah, it looks so good. It looks very joyous.
Bizarrely sexy trinket. Hello.
John, you want to talk about that? You want to just?
Which I see they also chose to make the thumbnail. Choices were made. Anyway, Michael. Young Michael. That's not what it's short for. Young Mike in it.
Yes.
You're in trouble when the DM uses your full name. Young Mike in it, you come down here right this moment.
Try to say my name. Go ahead.
I'd have to pull it up. Yowling Myconid sticks in the memory for some reason. I can't imagine why.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That rolls off the tongue. Mine will pop a molar.
Doesn't have all the apostrophes. Okay. I mean, as any decent drow name should, to be fair.
Pretentious apostrophes. Let me just be clear.
Sorry, Mike, you were saying?
Oh, no, just every Friday when I'm like, join me on Sunday when I'm playing my evil campaign on QuestJunkiesUK's channel, and Travis is like, Mike, you play Michael. I'm like, yes,
oh.
I do.
Oh no.
Nice.
You play Mike in it. Yeah, I do.
Okay, speaking of Mike in it, you.
That's me.
Indeed. Slink closer, doing your best stealth, Kitty. It's like that. You're doing
low to the ground, wiggle, but my tail's like straight up in the air.
You're doing the Dharma Sankaronda cat things. I don't know if that was popular overseas. There's a game here, Dharma Sankaronda, which is it's like grandmother's footsteps. You don't look and they get closer and they look back. There's a great one. There's probably several ones of cats doing that.
Cat, like, just coming
gets closer and closer, yeah.
And,
I was
imagining myself
that's called red light, green light. We
okay.
call that red light, green light, yeah.
Okay. It's grandmother's footsteps in the UK. And Dharma Sankaronda here. Now, you sneak forward, Mike, and get closer to the crashing, wailing, flailing tube band. No, there's not a used car sales lot. And you see something that reminds you of your time, almost when you first entered into the glacier and the caves of Hunger above, and you are immediately taken back to those upper levels, as you see that this is in fact a headless iron golem.
Oh, I thought it might be.
And the metallic tang in the air is coming from the rust and the wear on this arcane creation, having lost its head in the collapse and the collision. You have met the head. Now meet the
I have met the head, and the head was friendly, but I don't know if the body would be friendly.
Now,
however,
can you give me an Arcana check, please?
Arcana check, sure. I'm not good at that.
Again, remember
I failed out of school.
That's your New Yorker
That's
name.
a dirty 20.
Hey.
I'm okay at that.
That's your IRL New Yorker name. It's like Mike Arcana check. Okay, and you with the dirty 20, congratulations. You was like, there was that one class that you were paying attention. Reese 20. I do not approve of this. I do not like to be reminded of it in other sessions. Thank you very much.
What?
There is a player in Chasenta's Tyranny who is the the king of dirty 20s.
Oh, okay.
Thanks. I'm very suspicious of their dice.
I'm
Whilst-
using the D&D Beyond dice, and you remember I got 4 or 5 nat ones in a row last week, so it was about time it was nice to me.
Tis being quite generous today. The Christmas spirit descends on D&D Beyond. You think with that the senses of these arcane creations, I think maybe there was a couple of them like guarding the cafeteria and stuff when just make sure no food fights broke out at the old college.
Yeah.
Food court police.
Yeah. You remember the way these things are constructed. Their senses are not like arcane, supplemented like mystical forces. Like it needs its head, and the way it's moving, it's very clearly being adversely affected by the loss of said appendage. Is the head an appendage?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
and
when you need to be alive.
right. Well, that is not true in this case. It is still moving and animated, but it is. You are pretty certain that, mechanically speaking, it will be blinded and deafened. And you do also know that these things are gifted with a rather nasty poison breath.
But it has no head.
Mm-hmm. And so you know that will also not be a problem. And you think fondly of the time you did that amazing prank back at college, where you hit the principal with that poison breath.
Okay. This is too big of a decision for me to make on my own. So I will wiggle my way out.
Okay.
And I go, all right, you know that golem head that we met like way, way, way deep down? The golem's up here and it's confused and it's lost. And I don't rightly know how to tell it how to get to its head. So if anybody speaks like Mouse's code and can like rap on it and hope that it understands, maybe we can direct it to its head. Or like guide it. But it's causing a ruckus up there, and I don't rightly know how to further direct it. But it seems confused, but less dangerous than it might be for now.
For now.
Do we need to reunite it now if it's going to be dangerous? Maybe
Do we need to reunite it?
Well, it's not doing a poison breath. It's mostly just galumphing around like a drunk toddler. But like real big and knocking into things.
I wonder what it's like over at the menagerie.
Now, see,
You
that
want
sounds like
us- you
somebody who doesn't want a golem in his dead. But all right.
You want us to go get this head and bring it back to him?
No,
it
it's
was
too
huge.
heavy.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too
Yeah,
heavy.
that's not going to happen. My back won't do that.
Also, you also know that iron golems are just machines, and it is blundering around just because it can't see and can't hear. It is not searching for its head.
Mike, I've got some bad news for you based on past experience. I don't think we need to make it a priority, but if you really feel a little beholden to this golem, we can
Beholden, you say?
certainly call.
Oh no, I
So,
just
yeah, I'm
thought it
not
would
much-
be
I'm
nice
not
to
much
have
of it.
another pet.
I don't
Oh.
think it would be a pet. I think it would be a machine that would do what it would like to do.
Mike,
Yeah, like a pet.
there is a crunch as a nearby boulder is smashed to smithereens by a large zombified ogre hand.
I only need one pet, the best pet, the pet who killed the drow that I resurrected, apparently, because my pet he's a one ogre household. So I
You're
guess
saying
we
he
can
won't get
keep it
along
on.
with golems then, right? He just
I guess not. Sorry, Fredful, have you been reading Your N is for Netheril? I got it just special for you.
From the library. And he points, he's like, a arcane.
That's right, baby. You know, I'm gonna give him a big hug around his ankle. Look at him, aren't y'all proud?
Tickles.
Alright, yeah, we can go to the menagerie.
No, not the menagerie.
Anything but the
Not
menagerie.
the menagerie.
No.
Made it very clear. I do not want to go to the menagerie. The bazaar will have things. We
This
just
is
have
the
to-
bazaar. There's a golem in there running wild.
with no head,
With no head.
Mike's taking us to the zoo tomorrow.
which means
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna
Hey,
notice us, and we have to
Mike
not
Disney.
walk near the golem, right? Like,
So does that mean we have to just go beat this thing up?
no, it means we don't have to. It means don't beat it up. Don't make it look at us. It has no head.
Well, it,
I
it
mean,
can't kill us
I-
anyways.
Look at us.
And I don't have any adamantium on me. I don't know if you do, but that tends to be a thing that golems don't enjoy. That's how we took the heads off of the ones in the cafeteria.
I have so many questions about your college days. I think maybe more to the point.
Mike, you have the chance here to influence our one point in the future upcoming Strixhaven-based Court of the Shadow Fae Golden Oaks game. What was the principal's name?
What was the principal's name?
Yeah,
Oh.
that you pranked so hard that time.
What race is the principal? Are they like an elf? Are they a tiefling?
Good question. Let me double check.
I don't know. Just when you said that, just adamant comes into my head. Don't drink.
Ah.
What do you do? Just saying.
Continue, and I shall get back to you.
Okay.
We
What do
sneak
you think?
around
So
it.
you're saying that we just sneak around it, like we tippy-toe around a golem that's randomly throwing rocks everywhere. Doesn't seem like that good of an idea.
Mike's pretty nimble, aren't you?
No, not
Oh,
compared
well.
to Mike.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm saying there's no reason to run away because there's some guardian. When the guardian is a headless, bumbling golem that can't see.
But just because it can't see doesn't mean it can't perceive.
Yes, I'm sure the golem is well trained in the art of feeling the tremors around him. And
It's been here for thousands of years. It probably got good at something.
Mike, you said it was bumbling around and walking into things, right?
Yes. Like, it seemed like it was looking around for its head like it was confused. Just
Fine.
vanished like Homer Simpson.
Like the writer? Oh.
I am so smart. SMRT. I mean, SMRT.
Well, look, if it makes you all feel better, I don't mind sneaking in there with Mike. I can just do it a little more tact. I don't want to use tactfully. It's me. Mike and I can do it if you guys feel.
But tact. My mama said that I had all the tact of a beat axe. And I aim to hold to that standard.
No, if you go, we all go. That's we're not splitting the party again. Last time we happened, people died.
He got better.
Mike,
I mean, you made me better.
Mike, the head of the main college at the Court of Golden Oaks, the College of the Acorn, was the arcane proctor Justi Arnosh, a shadow goblin wizard of great power.
Okay, so I don't get to name them.
No, we can change the name. Sorry, it's going to be original.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Shadow goblin.
I like that. A shadow golem.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was, what was the name?
Sorry? You have to make up a new one now.
Oh.
If you wish to. If you wish to.
If
I
only,
had just
if
come
only,
up
you
with
know
a
what?
tiefling name.
If only just was some kind of, I don't know, writer. If there was
so
some kind
bad
of.
at names.
That's why we have the internet.
Oh, okay.
1,000 name generators on the internet.
I
yeah,
can use
but
those.
Give me a minute and I'll
No problem. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
So, my friends.
So the plan is just to sneak around. Don't go in and sneak around and not be where the golem is. Then, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Although, Mike, like from what you saw, like around when you weren't thinking, oh, we could have a great time with that golem.
Their name was Skoogie Vimbersnacks.
Of course.
Skooky.
Can you type that for me?
Yes, I will write it in chat. Skoogie from Scandinavian for shadow.
Hey. Nice. Like it.
I do that kind of stuff too.
Okay.
I've got a whole set of city names
Skoogie
based on Finnish.
Vimbersnacks.
We love Vimper snacks.
That's why.
Spoopy snacks. Yeah.
That's why he was often in the cafeteria and thus prone to being pranked using the iron golems. Okay, so excuse me.
If you had gone with a tiefling, their name was going to be Fly Fornication Fimble Beans. So
Fornication. Wow.
I like giving tieflings Puritan names.
You keep away from my thimble beans right now.
Hey, Mike's the only one with beans. Come on. No.
That's a weird scarlet letter, but anyway.
But yes, Mike. The
Yes.
the interior of the bazaar looked pretty much wrecked and ruined.
Okay.
Yeah, you think that it could be interesting to interact with this golem if that was what you wanted to do, but apart from that, there was much salvageable in there.
I will. The area looked pretty wrecked. The golem looks like they might be down for a laugh, or they might be down for some murder. And either way, think of the possibilities of what we could learn.
Yes. Basically, the party doesn't know that they're here yet, but us as players do, in the meta way, know that what's going on. If that Arcane Brotherhood rival group catches up with you, maybe having them chase you and lead them through here would be a fun way to cause some mischief.
No. Who's Lynn and Sean are totally thinking that.
Jess and Mike were not. I was just like,
Got you covered.
oh, we can talk to someone.
Got you covered. Oh, new friends.
A new friend, That's what I'm here for. I'm the face. The whiskery face.
When I ran a tech support desk, that's how I would shout whenever the phone would ring. New friend! Damn. All right.
So,
If there's nothing left to salvage, I think we've put a pin in this needle here. We can come back to it, and maybe on the way out we can lead it with a little rope over to its head and let it figure itself out. But for now,
Yeah, if there's nothing to salvage, I'm not interested.
that's fair. It's a little too bizarre for us. Let's keep moving on.
So you're carrying on to the observatory?
I suppose that's the way to go. Strange voice in my head.
Thanks, God.
Xerophon's like, I
disembodied
don't
voice.
have any telepathic abilities. What are you talking about?
Not with that attitude.
Are we walking through that area to get to the observatories in case folks are following our tracks? Is that the plan?
It's not a bad idea.
That's definitely an option. So, yes, you, with Mike's your reconnaissance there, you're able to go through the bazaar, but give the golem a wide enough berth that it doesn't attempt to maintain justice and security here in the place.
With its poison breath.
No, it cannot do that. Its head is far, far away.
I mean, it can do that, but it will just release the breath somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
just like it's just like ooze right out of the hole, just like a volcano, just sort of like rush.
Like we definitely have to do a cutscene where there's like just another like low level like group of adventurers. It's like, oh, what's this new opening in the glacier? Let's go inside. Ah!
Oh God, poison breath.
I can fix that. I have poison myself.
The goggles, baby.
And when you put a poison with another poison, it cancels out. That's science.
No.
I went to school
No.
for this.
Scooby Wimbersax is turning in his teacher's lounge.
That's not how that works. No.
But see, when you get the poison breath on you, then you just have to like ingest some purple worm poison, and then it counteracts it. If you can't find that, just a good old poke with some drow poison or tincture at night. Then you fall asleep and you wake up and you forget you were poisoned.
No, you fall asleep and you do not wake up. That's what happens. No, don't do that.
I was gonna say, like the one thing about this is that taking more poison will, poison won't be a problem anymore very quickly.
Hey.
I got an F. I got a D on all my tests. D for delightful.
If you think this is bad advice, don't ask Mike what to do if you're stung by a flump.
You just gotta put it on your mouth and go and inhale it. It makes like a really good sashimi. And then it talks inside your brain.
Where do you go to college again?
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her.
I'm sorry, Mike. You're just adding more to this incredible story. If you don't write an autobiography by the time we get out of here.
So, as you resume this conversation, having stealthed through the bazaar, I assume. Actually, I can't hear you either. Actually, Mike assures you that it is deafened, and so you can just happily chat away to each other as you're walking through. Actually, I think I said you have to stealth through to get to the other side, but I think blinded and deafened, you can just walk through chatting idly to each other. I think unless you attack it directly, it won't try and attack you.
Oh, watch out! Swinging hand. Watch out. Oh, there we go. Oh, wrong step. Okay, move over here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yes, just dodging our way through.
Bob and weave.
Just it's okay. It's just this is the inherent difference between Mike with a Y and Mike with an I. Mikes with Y's are full of nonsense. Okay, Grim, how do you spell yours again?
I think.
G-R-I.
Might want to legally change that. Okay, so you do lead the trail through, hoping that if you are being pursued, you just, for some reason, you get this strange meta inkling that there could be people on your tail.
I hate when people put things on my tail.
Just swatting as you go along.
I was hoping you were going to go for it.
That's
Thank you.
rude. I understand this. Yes.
We need a shitty remake with bad CGI of Han Solo stepping up and over Mike's tail.
Oh God.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it was good. It just that was also bad.
So, you make your way out the other side and over towards the the portal-looking turret that is the observatory. And you see that this conical tower is held relatively upright by a ring of arched buttresses. Expressionless humanoid figures stand in silence around it. And the roof has a large, ragged hole in it where something large smashed through. Now, you have seen figures like these silent figures before in the other tower, ringing around the anvil, the arcane anvil that you saw. They're the same blue-skinned, mysterious creatures that you are unaware of their origin. Seemingly unaffected by the passage of time, and just hanging out.
Should we hit them?
It's an option.
Oh,
Do they have heads?
Yes.
They do have
If they
heads.
have heads.
They have heads, arms, and weapons.
Yes. Want to go back and fight the golem then? Is that what it is?
So we have to fight something.
You know,
Hey,
have to fight something.
Robblejax, thank you kindly. Yes, traitors never prosper. And a disadvantage crystal for Orsien.
Coming.
Just to clarify, he was the traitor when he attacked me in Patch's game.
I was the traitor.
Close. Not a crossover.
Crossover. Oh, by the way, quick shout out whilst looking at chat. Robblejax, thank you for that disadvantage crystal to slightly offset Orsien's silly amount of advantage crystals. Everyone, the Troll Lord Games not only have given us that festive intro to our sessions, but they have also come up with these two bundles that are in chat right there. Their own store and their Drythrow RPG store have different bundles. They're both different groups, sets of free Christmas bundles, or holiday season bundles, should we say. So they just wanted to say a big thank you for all the support through the year. And if you are looking for some cool stuff for your games, head on over there. I have not had the chance to look at them yet myself, but I've heard reports from people I trust that they are a couple of lovely bundles of goodies. So, do jump on that. Okay, so these creatures are just standing, seemingly, on sentry duty around the building, or in front of the entrance to the building. What would you like to do?
How many of them again? Please?
There are 7 of them.
Beginning to sense a pattern with this place. We went to a wellspring of answers that has no answers, and we're going to an observatory that may not be observable.
Observable. That's
Well, it sounds like, or it looks like, the observatory is being observed.
That's fair.
If we observe the observers, we win.
That's a good interpretation of it, actually. It might be worth poking in here, just in case, and perhaps we can observe another answer, perhaps.
doesn't happen to be called Heisenberg's Observatory, does it? So, anyway, let's I don't know what to do. What do you want to do? Do you want to just swing at these things, or just walk up and say hi?
Choose wisely. It's going to be under the view of an incoming raid, apparently. Thank you.
Oh God.
The pressure.
Make a decision. Make a decision.
I'm a good D&D player. I'm a good D&D player.
Listen, I don't want to get too friendly with these things. We haven't even met its colleagues in the other building yet. So, frankly, I would prefer to just observe while we're in this tower, rather than engage.
I agree. We should.
What did we do with the other ones? What did we do? I forget.
Nothing.
Yeah, ignored
That was
them.
like a day ago. Ignoring them. All right.
Lord Kasumba, hello Jay, how you doing, my friend?
my
Welcome in,
goodness.
Raiders. I hope you had yourselves a fantastic session yourselves. A huge raid. Thank you, Jay. I hope everybody's doing very well. Welcome into QuestJunkiesUK. We are playing the Hunger of Ythryn, an evil campaign, as a bunch of evil raiders That's you guys. Sorry, no, not evil raiders, nice raiders. Make us disappear with their emote storm. Thank you for all those emotes, everyone. Welcome in. It's good to see you all.
Nice pedal back.
a group of evil players is what I was trying to say, or evil characters. Oh God, I'm just mislabeling everybody.
Keep digging.
Everyone's evil. Everyone's evil. You're all a bunch of evil bastards.
And we really know what we're doing. We really, really do.
Absolutely, yes. Focus, crystal focus. Yeah, just diamond focused here. They are questing through this fallen Netherese city beneath the ice. Wow, I just lost the ability to talk. The glacier of Icewind Dale, and they have come across some of the ancient guardians, magical guardians it seems, as they have not aged during their many decades, centuries here. Thanks, MacBoy, for the follow. Hope everyone's doing very, very well. We have 2 giveaways to get today, folks. We have a set of Phoenix dice and some RPG goodies from CZRPG. So, if you want to jump in on that giveaway, please put !enter in chat for your chance to win. Hey, Moki, welcome in. Good to see you all. Welcome in, Raiders. Lots of familiar names and some new names too. Good to see. Let me do a quick shout out for our buddy, Lord Gosumber, Gentleman Scholar, Lord Gosumber. Actually, I need to make sure I spell it right. Wait for it. I forgot the last. What was that? How do you spell the last little bit? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. For some reason I just blanked if it was like an A or like a BR or something. It is an A. There it is. Everyone, if you're not already, do go and join the fabulous people over at Lord Gosumba, and you can witness the longest-running D&D campaign in the history of the hobby. I think we're at 42 years at the moment. And going strong. I think there are kids. Oh, who's being nice? Thank you. It's you, Rishi. Thank you, Rishi. There are kids of characters, grandkids of characters, even in the games. Almost about to go into year 43. Congratulations, mate! Absolutely legendary. And you could get to see also wonderful people over there, all the fabulous guests that they have. Sometimes they scrape the bottom of the barrel a little bit with people like me, but there are lots and lots of amazing people over there. And you can see the incredible setup that Jay has in the basement down there, and all the beautiful scenery and things, and miniatures and old school gaming at its very best. But yes, thank you for jumping in the giveaway, folks that did. Good luck to everybody. Hope you can pay back the generosity of that lovely raid. We're about halfway through our session here, and as I said, they are facing off against these mysterious blue-skinned creatures that are guarding an observatory that they want access to. Yes, Greyhawk stuff. Okay, right. So, Rishi, who gets the spin of the wheel?
This one goes to Mike.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Everyone over on the channel here, a sub or a gifted sub induces a spin of this wheel here. What's it going to be? Whoops, all decks, young Mike.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Keep the wheel up.
And thank you, Rishi, again. To our good friend Jay.
I'll be stingy. I'll take a spin.
Okay, get one for yourself as well. Let's have a look. Hey, wondering. Perception checks. There was only a 3. Get him.
Hold the phone? Hold the what?
Whoops, all wisdom, Luzlin. So now you have to make
that's nice.
Now you have to make the right decision.
Oh, I'll still fuck it up.
Always an option. Always an option.
Always
okay.
options. That's 20. That's a 20 wisdom.
Grim, thank you. Yes, up to max 20 for the remainder of this session. Grim, who's that going to?
I'm feeling quite festive, and my dear friend Josh, our dear Fushiro, seems quite empty on any spins of the wheels, and I would love to give Fushiro one.
Okay, incoming there, Fushiro, as you go into this next encounter with an advantage.
Nice.
I'll take it.
Nice indeed. We disadvantage crystal there. Awesome. Okay. The only way you can double up on these crystals, folks. There we go. The other way being to get them is from you lovely people in chat with those dream eyes. Yes, indeed. Thanks for those gifted subs. Oh, and bits too. Thanks, Boogers. Thanks, Mike Disney. Hype train's close. Hype, 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 hype. Thank you for the bits, everyone. You absolute legends. Thank you. Oh, shit, McLover. Thank you again. So generous last week and coming in again with that generosity. Thank you so much. 5 gifted subs. That's one each.
That's clever.
Thank you so much. Absolute legends. Wow. Okay. So let me just get a little hype over here in chat. As we will get that spinning wheel. It's a quick spinning rig. Everyone rated into just the spinning of the wheel. Okay. Oh,
That's
already,
it. That's the
already
show.
up to level
We just
2.
spin the
Thank you,
wheel.
everyone.
That's the show.
Okay, so for my good self, or one of these blue-skinned creatures, is getting a thank you, a wild magic surge. Fantastic.
Thank you for the sub, by the way.
Thank you,
That is very
Phantom.
nice of you.
Who gets that spin, Phantom? Jess, your one from McClover goes to. No worries, McClover. Good to see you. Everyone has multiple Phantoms, so don't worry about it. Okay.
Oh, I pick who it goes to?
Mike, that was your spin just then. And it was one of our new ones, and it has never been on the channel yet.
Oh. I hope so.
And this is one that we like to call Opposites Day. Okay, so.
Okay.
Pants on our head.
Mike.
Are you switching all our stats?
Would I do that? Yes, I would.
Yes.
Yes. The three physical stats and the 3 mental stats are opposites.
But you just made my dex a 5.
So it is now something of the mental variety that is maxed out instead.
So now oh, this is weird. I don't like this. Now I'm bad at things.
Good luck, Cabman.
I was so excited because I had a 5 in dex and a 5 in charisma, and those were my things. But now I have a 1
Your
in dex.
charisma might go to Dex, so
If you're switching them in order, if you're doing it like
know.
into strength, dex to whiz,
Yeah,
con
just-
to charisma, I'm fucked.
I mean,
I
yeah,
will have a
strength-
lot of hit points.
your strength and your intelligence is basically the same. Right?
You just called me a dumb dummy.
Wow. That is not part of the holiday spirit, John. You know,
Big weak dum dum.
So let me fix this for you. So your strength,
dum-dum.
your strength is now 13.
Okay,
Congratulations.
I'm scared.
Your dexterity is now 13.
Barney Rubble of cats.
Let's put that there.
And my con is 20.
Actually, hang on, I need to in order, don't I? So your strength and intelligence was swapped. So your intelligence is now 11.
Uh-huh.
And then your dex is now 13.
oh,
And
Don't
your
like
wisdom is
that.
20. So you've also become very wise.
I don't think you understand how friggin' perceptive I am now.
Oh, 23 passive perception, amazing.
oh my goodness.
Your constitution is now 20, which, you know, if you choose violence, that'd be quite useful. When I say choose violence, I do not mean against the DM.
I might, John.
I'll do it. And your... Hang on. Is that right? Yeah. And so your charisma is now 14.
That is so depressing. I worked so hard to be this charming.
It's temporary. It's temporary.
Mm.
Boom. Okay, so if you'd like
This
to
charming is good.
refresh,
Stand around and tank.
refresh your character sheets for all of that joy there. Chaos,
Oh,
indeed,
God.
McClever. Ultimate chaos. Thank you. Ocean. Let's see what happens
Oh,
to you. Sorry, Phantom, did you decide who was going? Randomize. Okay, cool. We'll do. Thanks for that hype train, everyone. Lovely, lovely. Good start to the Christmas week. Here it comes, here it comes. Ocean, you get the immediate benefits of a long rest. Power nap.
To
Power
here.
nap.
Power nap.
Vuzlin,
Yes.
coming to you.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Vuzlin, you get one of the other new ones on this wheel. This one's popped up before. You get the powers of the Disney princess. You may now converse with animals.
Yes!
All animals at will.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
And
Annabella Snowman.
Fushiro. Oh, Fushiro also getting the benefits of a long rest.
A long rest. Thank
Enjoy.
you.
Enjoy. And last but not least, Phantom's randomized one. Where's D10? D10. Half that to a 5. That is going to go also to Fushiro.
Okay.
Coming at you, mates. Last one is going to be... Shenanigans, shenanigans. All of the shenanigans. Whoops, all strength. God damn it.
Oh, nice.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Override score 20.
No. Right, okay.
It's
So-
not that bad, John. I'm already
Plus, you're already plus 4.
almost there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. Alright, okay, thank you everybody. Thank you so much for all those subs, everyone. You're absolute legends. Thank you so much. Wonderful. And we return to our adventures. Hidden. Well, I don't think you're particularly being stealthy and hiding when you're going through the streets. That hasn't been the way that it's been happening so far. But you do see ahead of you these strange blue figures. What would you
No,
like to
they're
do?
just standing at attention, right? They're not actually blocking the doorway to the observatory. They're just kind of around the structure.
They're around the entrance, clearly.
Got it.
They look
They're
like
not
they look like they're on guard.
Got it. But like it's not directly blocking the pathway, so we could per se wiggle our way in.
You could fit between them, you'd think, yeah.
I don't want to fight blue people today. You want to fight blue people today?
I somehow feel a little off my game.
What
don't have
happened
it.
to you? You're not nearly as nimble.
Discombobulated.
I just want to sing. That's all.
I do have excellent advice today, just for today.
just now, right now.
Oh,
Can you
I don't know.
sing with all the voices of the mountain?
well, while you're figuring that out, Bushido, you're a man of action. Why don't we head on into the observatory and leave these guards to guard?
Yes, I think we should do that.
Oh, let me come with. Let me come with you. Let me come with you.
Are you
Let's
gonna
all
sing
go
while you do
together.
it?
That's all. Maybe. If I find any creatures around here, I'll have them sing.
Oh,
So
God.
far, nothing.
Oh God.
just the prisoner. That's the only other living being we found around here.
I think actually
Makes the prisoner sing.
Vuzlin, you do you do hear a strange little kind of squeaky voice like coming up from nearby. It's like, are you okay? I heard what happened. He's like, I know. The whole tower came down. It almost hit me right in the haunch. I was so lucky to escape. And there was a bloody big cat. It was walking around on its back legs. Oh, I can't believe we barely just got out of there with our lives. I've had to uproot my whole nest. All of the 22 kids, I had to get them across the city. Oh, I tell you. And right before Christmas, it's such a nightmare.
There's lots going on here. There's
You kind of
I think this is a curse.
you look around and you see two mice scuttling by.
Two mice. Yeah, like have fun recreating your brood. Yes. Oh well. I don't think they'll help us. But I can somehow weirdly talk to them. There's first world problems. So anyway.
Cardman, I'm glad you're okay. They had an earthquake in San Francisco. But yes, you get nothing but sympathy from us over here in Japan. Know what that's like.
Yeah, I used to live.
Purdue.
Yeah, the first one hit. I was like, "What do we do?" And everyone's around me like, "Just sit there. It's nothing." All the lights are swinging back and forth. I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Okay, so let me share what you see. There is in front of the door. You could squeeze past them, but standing at the back of the group in front of the door is this fellow.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Okay. And then arrayed in front of them are 3 of these fellows.
Huh.
And in front of them are
I
3
like their robes.
of these fellows that you've seen before. These are the ones you saw before.
Yes.
So,
Maybe we'll just have to pay a toll.
Anyone bring an easy pass?
I mean, it's usually easy for me to get past anything, but I don't quite know. I feel like that's a bad idea right now. Something is telling me that just walking up and talking to people is not the wisest plan.
I'm sorry, what?
Is there another way around? There isn't any other way in?
you could certainly have a look.
We should just walk past them, and then if they try to attack us,
Yes, I would like to. Yeah, is there another way in around them? Is there any way? What would you like me to?
Okay, keeping your distance.
Yes.
Okay. Apart from the hole in the roof, there is no other doorway into the building now. And give me a perception check.
Roof, you say? Certainly, with my new wisdom.
very wise.
Very wise. Why did I roll? Oh, well, it rolled twice for some reason. Because it says it usually is disadvantage in bright light, but there's no bright light here.
Right.
So we'll call it. There was a natural 20 and a 19, strange enough. So it's
Nice.
23.
I got 24.
It's a 24. Yeah, 24. Yeah. I didn't take the nat 20, but
I see. So yeah, you with that nice high roll there, you can see there's something strange about the main door as well. It looks there's something about the outline of the doorway. It looks weird, but you can't make out exactly what it is from this distance. You'd have to go closer. But as you kind of pace around to do like a full loop of the building, they don't follow you physically, but the creatures do kind of turn to kind of follow your movements, keep you within sight as long as they can when you go around this. The ones that are on the end of the group, like, watch you as you disappear around one way, and then as you appear around the far side, and the ones on that side turn to look at you. So, what would you like to do?
we don't have a druid. 10 and 12 bird and fly into that hole up there.
I can make you think you're a bird. Is that helpful?
No.
I can make them think they're a bird.
Can you?
One of them, maybe. Is that helpful?
Does anyone else have a good idea?
As I said, walk. If they attack, we attack. Like, seems like it's the best option.
We are also just jolly adventurers here to observate this observatory.
Yeah.
Very well.
Spoken like
Let
a
us-
true adventure.
Let's.
Len, when you walked around, did you notice anything unusual? I didn't get a read like you did. Were they following you? Was there
Yes.
anything unusual about the building?
I didn't find any other way to get in. It's only that there's a hole in the roof. But their eyes followed me all the way around. They're creepy. They're just just kept, the whole ogling thing was really disconcerting. As one would, and I'd go from one to one, and they'd all just like watch me as I went around. I
Okay.
said take a picture, it lasts longer, but they didn't seem to respond to that.
Well, in that case, see you on the other side. Starlight steps into the door.
One
So-
way to do it.
So next to the door?
No, through the door. So we're gonna Starlight step from my current location and into the door.
You don't need to be familiar with the destination?
I don't believe so, actually.
What's the range on
Double check.
Starlight Step?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, so you're gonna go closer to the door first.
Well, I was just gonna go through the door through Starlight step, but
Yeah, I mean,
if-
you have to go within 30 feet of the other side of the door, though. Is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, because you're further away than that at the moment, observing the scene.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ulcian starts to walk forward. Do you join him?
Yes.
Okay. As you start to approach and you get closer to the building and are clearly moving towards the door, you hear in your mind telepathically a voice. This observatory is closed to the public and off limits. Please turn around and move on.
Do I hear that as I enter? Or I guess I wouldn't have entered,
You will-
right?
You all hear that. You hear that before you Starlight Step. When you're
Oh, okay.
when you're still away from the. Let me just double check the range on that. Does it say? No, it doesn't say how far. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Oh, it's. I mean, how immediately do you do it? Because the range of their telepathy is 30 feet. So they would attempt to say that as you came within range to step. Because
Oh, okay. Well,
there would have been a slight crossover because you want to go inside the door. So you would have to, you would be 25 feet away from the creature before you could do the step. So it would start speaking as you stepped within 30 feet.
okay.
So
I don't care if it hears me or not. It's really just I was going through the door, so I didn't know if I heard it. So I would assume I did. So as I'm kind of taking the step, I would hear it in my mind, and then just on the other side, I would approach, and they would probably just say the same thing, right?
So you do the step.
Yeah. So that would
Okay.
just hear this
So-
observatory is of close to the, and then like
Yeah.
boom,
You step through.
Close
You hear
to
the,
the
you hear the
bubble.
rest of the
Yeah.
message as well because it's still beaming into your mind. You're even closer to it now that you're just behind it instead. Then a new message is beamed into everyone's mind. If you would care to register a domicile address with the authorities, the corpse of your friend can be delivered to yours for the proper burial arrangements. And also, I need you to roll initiative. Well, let's say everyone, as you step through the door, and immediately on the other side of the door is a strange, blue-skinned, slimy, toad-like creature as a slard attacks you.
Oh.
Oh.
The
I
curse of
just got
slog.
2 nat 20s on initiative, and
Oh,
probably
shit.
never again.
Oh wow!
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Now, my friends, we do wild magic. We do wild magic surges on Snake Eyes. It's got to be on that 20s as well, right? I think.
No, it could,
I think on a natural 20, it's player's choice. It's like, Jess, would you like a bardic wild magic surge?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know why I'm asking. Roll me a d100, and when it gets to your turn initiative, we shall kick that off. As will I with my First creature will get the wild magic surge that I got. Cardman lives them some slud. Excellent. Well, my friend, you have one to play with right here. So, Redfall, out of the way.
That was 50 that I got.
Okay. I'll pop back to that in a second. Let's just populate this map here, friends. Bear with us as we kick things off. Okay, we have one Hypnos Megan. And actually, let me get you guys in the right place so we can. That's you, Mike. And there's Vuzlin. And there's the Paladin. Let's get you 3 in the turn. Add your initiatives there, please. And let's put Ossian at the. Sorry. Let's put Ossian at the back here. But also in the turn order. There you go, Ossian. And we have our Hypnos Megan, we have our Galvan Megan, 3 of them with the cool robes, as you suggest, yeah. And copy, paste. 1, 2, sorry folks, let's just quickly set things up here. And our Demos Megans. Here. Just drop you guys back a little bit. Sorry, just we don't have battle maps, like actual battle maps, so it's basically theatre of the mind. But there's just this kind of open plaza across to the entrance of the observatory, and these creatures who have drawn weapons and are standing guard in case anything happens. But they do not rush to attack you, as you 3 are not doing anything. And they, as I said, they seem confident that the astral elf is gone. Blue slide. Where is he? There he is.
Well, he looks friendly.
That's
It's
the
a
power
frog
of love.
friend.
He's big. Oh, look at that guy.
No.
I forgot he was the buff one. Hello.
Look at
People are like, on a scale, like, what's your Kinsey scale of monster fucking? People are like, the D&D monster manual. And I remember Sturges are there, and I'm like, that's not me.
Oh wow.
But then you show me the blue slot. And I'm like,
let me show you the full picture here, Jess. I don't want to just scrimp on
he's
anything.
so
Here you
strong.
go. Rawr.
Look at those big strong arms. That's a snuggler right there. It's cold.
No.
You need a big warm boy.
He's big.
He's buff. He's hitting the gym.
It's
You
really
know,
full.
if you need any furniture moved, he's your guy. You
Indeed.
just carry your piano right up the stairs.
he just wants pizza and beer. He's your best bud from college. He'll move you anywhere you want.
Look at what good
Kinsey,
gardening
yes,
he can do with those claws.
In the Kinsey scales, he just killed me. God damn.
Here's the Hypnos. Here's the Demo. Sorry, the Galvan.
I don't know if I love you or hate you.
That's a common thing with me, apparently.
And the Demos.
Oh dear.
There you go. Oh, they're all pretty slow, luckily. A bit stiff after standing around for so long, apparently.
Need some time. Take a moment,
Okay.
stretch out. You don't want to pull a muscle.
So, Yowling Myconid, you are the... sorry, Christopher Walken there. Yowling Myconid.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more yelling Mackinid.
I hit it up my mic in it.
Okay, so, excuse me.
Good.
Let's use this one. So yes, Mike, what'd you
Had a
do?
cloaca. It was this blue slod, and I said, I gotta get past you, and you're in my way.
accept full responsibility. I've seen Rishi jump on any mention of any accent before, and I mentioned Christopher Walken. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I need attention. Like I need air. So
Apologize for nothing. That was
It was good. It was
highlight.
That's a golf clap right there.
We're fighting all of these blue guys and the slot.
I mean,
no, we're fighting the blue guys. Ossian is fighting the slot.
I see. Okay.
Until he Misty steps back out of there. So, like, whoops,
Well-
wrong room. He just runs back out.
I
Observatory's closed.
have a plan.
Under construction. Under construction.
I'm
Okay.
not as good as I once was at spellcasting, but I'm still not terrible.
It's opposite day.
Opposite side.
I used to be so powerful, and yet I walk up there and go, you know,
You can do it. You can do it, Bobby Boucher. You can do it.
y'all remind me of this feller who used to burninate the countryside and burninate the peasants, and what was his name? And then I just blast out in a 30-foot cone fire breath with my tail of the dragon.
Nice.
So anyone in that range must make a oh my god, wait, my bardic inspiration got totally friggin' nerfed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's my last one. I used to have 5, now I just have 2. So that's the one. Yeah, in a 30-foot cone, have to make DC 14
Okay.
dexterity saving throw.
You were 30 feet away from the main Hypnos guy, so.
Oh, then I'll just walk right up to him and tell that story.
Okay, I'll say. No, I'll say. I mean, because it's a cone, you're better, further away is better because it will widen out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I'll say.
I don't understand how things work.
No, it's all good. I'll say you'll get 2. You'll get the first Demos because of the kind of the cone shape of it. You get the first Demos and then 2 of the Galvins and then the Hypnos as well. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a dexterity save.
Yeah, sadly, just DC 14.
DC 14. Okay, so the Demos tries. That is
Maybe it's opposite day for
only
them too.
only an 11. The Galvins, the first one. Galvin. Huh. Pass and a pass. And the Hypnos. A natural 20. Okay, so the first Demos guy failed, the others all passed.
So he takes 21 fire damage, and everybody else takes 10.
Nice. Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, I suppose I will. I'm not really engaged with any of them, am I?
No.
At this point, because I'm 30 feet away?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'll, just, hide.
Hide?
Hide!
Okay.
Oh, don't be coy.
10.
Oh, I'll just hide.
Oh, dang, I don't get to add my extra d6 to that, because it's a story. It's not a spiritual focus thing. Well, I was trying to think of my bonus action. I can't give Bardic Inspiration, which I would normally do, because I'm friggin' out of it.
Okay, so, roll me a stealth check, please.
Yeah, I can dash, disengage, or hide. Oh, stealth. The thing I used to be good at. 17.
17. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, thank you.
And you were gonna wild magic surge on me.
I was, thank you. Roll me, and it was a 50, wasn't it? Bard magic table. 50 means. Let's have a look here. Make a performance check, please.
The thing I was once okay at. Okay. 14?
14, okay. Divide that by 5, rounding down, so that's 2.
It's like, please don't make me do
And you charm 2 creatures of your choice.
Oh.
How far
Oh.
away?
Just as that you can see.
Do I see the slot?
No, it's inside.
Okay. Then I will charm that dude, this guy, who looks like they're in charge.
Yep.
And, one of the ones that I didn't light on fire.
Probably a good idea. Of the
So I guess, like, that one or
the
something.
spellcasters. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the. I could put the center one and the one on the right, so the one on the left is the other one.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so with those little heart marks there. Okay, so yeah, a charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. Okay.
So now that I have hidden, can I wiggle over to them and remain hiding? Or can I run over to the one I've charmed, like the dude in charge, and then hide?
You can't get towards where the main Hypnos guy is because all the other fighters are in between.
That's fine. Then I will just stay hidden where I am.
Noted. And sorry, what was the
Next
stealth
turn,
check?
I'll
Stealth
try
check
and
again?
talk to that guy.
Sorry.
I have stealth check again?
Oh, well, what was the original one?
I can
17.
do it again.
17.
It was 17.
Thank you.
17.
Yeah, there it is. I see. Okay, just checking. I guess they're passive there. Ossian, with your big blue friend, what you doing?
Yes. Well, a famous artist once said, "You know the rules, and so do I." So, as I go to attack, the first one's going to be a disadvantage.
It is. Thank you for the crystal rubber jacks.
Which is, yeah, that's not going to do it. So the first attack is going to be 13 to hit.
I'll double check. I mean, he's not wearing anything. But
Yeah,
he's,
well,
he's a big tough fella. That is not going to be enough, I'm afraid.
That's fine, because I get to do it all over again without
true.
disadvantage. That will be a 24 to hit,
That hits.
and that is going to be 13 damage on the first strike.
13.
Yes,
And what damage is that?
that is magical slashing.
Emotional.
Emotional damage.
Thank you, Uncle.
hmm
Is it
Action
Uncle?
surge.
It's Uncle.
Thank you, Uncle. That is an
Okay, so I'm just getting my ducks in a row here. 13 slashing, you said, yeah?
Yes, 13 magical slashing.
Okay,
We're going to action surge.
that's all good.
First one's going to be a 24 or 23. I apologize to hit.
Yep.
And then the second one after is
Sorry,
a
what was the damage to the first one?
Yes. So the damage for the first one, the one that
Hits the first
for
hit.
before the action surge, yeah, that was 13 magical slashing. So the next two as part of the next attack are 23 to hit and 22 to hit.
Okay, so roll the damage.
Yep. The next one is going to be 6. Oh, okay. So 16. So the first one to hit is going to be 16 magical slashing.
Okay.
The second one to hit is going to be 15 magical slashing
Okay.
for a total of.
That's okay, got it. I did it just one by one.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Anything else on your turn?
Just for flavor. Oh, I've been looking for frog legs since I've been down here. Not on my turn.
Okay, the big blue ones. The Hypnos Megan, whilst charmed by Mike, that they cannot see, has disappeared. They're kind of looking around. It's like, oh, where did the little kitty go? No. They are going to use their abilities. Let's see. Fushiro, would you be so kind as to make a wisdom saving throw? I
Is
believe
this a spell?
it isn't.
Okay.
Hang on. No, it will be. Yeah.
Okay, I have a spell resistant thing. So it's at advantage.
Nice.
It's not a spell, it's a Warshak disc.
19.
19. Okay. They attempt to cast suggestion upon you, but fail.
I do not feel very persuaded
You do not.
by their suggestion.
Vuzlin, you're next, and Fushiro, you're on deck.
Okay.
All right. So Vuzlin will take out the magic bow, which the magic. What's the name of the bow again? Shoot. Anyway, it does 3d6 radiant if it hits. So I'm going to go for the 2 archers. What are their What are they called again?
There are no archers.
Oh, I thought you showed a picture of guys with bows.
No, it's. I think. I thought it was a sword. Was it a bow? Sorry, my bad.
I've still got it up. Just saying.
The warriors.
They do have bows, but
Okay,
they're
my
holding sword. They're holding crossbows on their backs.
Gotcha. Those the ones that look like soldiers are in the front. The ones that look like spellcasters are in the middle, and then the big guy at the back.
Okay.
And then the very big guy
well,
in the right in the back, but you can't see him.
Yeah, very big guy. I didn't see him. I'm gonna go after some of the foot soldiers. So I'll
Yep.
I'll pick out one and.
Oh, also, sorry, Vuzin, just whilst you're doing that, I had my first enemy, so I need to do the wild magic surge for them.
Okay.
So that'll be on the main guy that's charmed by Mike. That is going to be 34. I used the original table for baddies. Ooh, nice.
I thought he just rolled a 34 to break out of the charm, but I was like,
No.
holy shit.
Wild magic surge. Wild magic surge.
Run away. Alcine had a nice run. Okay. I will. All right, then I will shoot once.
Go for it.
18. Does that hit?
Against one of the archers. Which one? The one in front of you?
Yes.
Or the one that was hit by Mike's
you
fire?
know, let's. Right. Yes, the one that hit by Mike's fire.
Okay, 18 hits.
Okay. So first
Thank you, Sirenscape.
is the
I was like, 18 hits. Perfect.
3 plus favored foe die. So that's 7 plus that's 7 piercing plus 3d6 radiant.
Mm-hmm. You marking off uses of favor foe?
Yes, it does. 15 points of radiant on top of that. Yeah, I have 2 left.
So 22.
Yes, 22.
Nice.
That was for is he still up?
He's on his last legs, but yes.
Well, I may as well take him out then.
Now, everyone playing along back home, on last legs means 10 or less. Although you can actually see
So-
exactly how much HP they have. So.
Ooh, that's a net 20. That's a net 20.
Nice.
So is that
Just
that
Tell me what happens. It doesn't matter.
poof? The first bolt hits him square in the chest. The radiant damage begins to just kind of bleed through that blue skin, and the wincing in pain. And as he looks up, he sees another arrow go straight between his eyes, and just the radiant energy just kind of like pops his head like a.
Noted. Okay, and I wonder if they have the same thing. Just a moment, please. Demos Megan. Yeah, as you do that, the Megan's body disintegrates in a harmless burst of fire and smoke.
Harmless.
Quote unquote.
Okay.
And that was a Demos, Megan?
It was one of the fighters, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
I'm going to also back up a little bit because I have a pretty long range on.
Okay, so how far away are you?
I'm gonna go my full distance, which is 30 feet. So I'm gonna back off 30 because I got 150 feet on the long bow.
Okay, look. Let me just
Sure.
find something.
Yeah, try and find some cover. I'm trying to find whatever cover I can too.
Yeah. Absolument. Arcane Blights, where are you?
And I kind of whispered to the others, okay, I took I one.
You only have to take one. It's like, my job's done. Thank you. I'll be over here,
Yeah,
chilling out.
Just-
Union sanctioned first kill.
Union rules.
Sorry, folks. Why I had it marked? Why did I? Oh, there it is.
We'll entertain the folks. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You got the arts and crafts crowd here. We're all theater kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Yosh. Okay. Thank you, Fushiro.
At least I tried.
All right,
I
can
tried.
I-
They wouldn't let me.
Can I get to the Hypnos Megan in one movement?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you would get attacks of opportunity, but
I would like to avoid that then.
Okay.
So the guys up front are the
what guys are you? What level are you guys at the moment? Sorry, I forgot. I just leveled you up last time, but I forgot what it was.
I think we're 11 or 12.
We
11,
are
yeah.
11.
11. There you go, McClover. They are 11, so they're pretty strong.
I'm 11 years old.
So
Sometimes
One more.
feels that way.
the Hypnos, not the Hypnos, so the soldier guys,
Yes, Demos.
the Demos Megan are up front. All right, so are any of them uninjured at this point?
The other two haven't been attacked.
Okay, then we're gonna go toward
Yeah.
one of the uninjured ones.
Okay. The one.
And we're going to fix that haven't been attacked problem.
There you are. Avatar.
Off the table. That's probably not gonna hit.
What is it?
Not high.
But what is it?
12. Guessing a 12 is gonna be a no-go.
It does miss. Yes.
All right. Good thing I have multi-attack.
And crystals.
Well, we'll see about the not much higher number, and then maybe use my crystal. So last time was the 12. This time is a 14.
Okay. I mean, sorry, I was overly generous just now. You're supposed to decide to use a crystal before you know the result.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
how do you
So,
feel about that?
I don't feel very good about it, John. I'd like to roll it again.
Please do.
My dice are not kind today.
Oh dear.
That was a natural one.
Oh no.
No.
Everyone, if you've got to let those phoenixes fly, that definitely misses as the Megan, the blue creature just like deflects your blow with their weapon. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
that
my
is-
turn.
That is it.
Sorry, baby.
Oh, it is not my turn. I usually just kill things. I hit him with my shield as a bonus action.
Sure.
It's another natural one.
Oh no.
Did
Okay.
you get my luck from last week?
This luck has been following me. It last appeared when you were not here, and then Alcian died. Maybe a repeat performance.
I'm here. I will keep you alive, even though I am not good at the things I'm usually good at today.
Now let me see if our friends here. No, the passive perception is not that good. Okay. So the floating blue-skinned, nicely robed creatures in the back starts to move forward. This one kind of flanks over to here. And this one will come next to you, Fushiro, and help
Okay.
out their Deimos friend. And the charmed one, whilst searching for Mike and their new friend, will come
My new bestie.
Vuzlin, how far away did you move?
I tried to back up and complete 30 feet.
So you're 60 feet away.
60, yeah.
Okay, so they come up next to their friend here. And I need Mike with advantage and Fushiro and Vuzlin without advantage to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Is it a spell?
No.
Okay, it's still.
I miss my old deck score. It's not terrible.
19.
Let me double check here.
15.
It's a 20, so if a 20 is a pass, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. I mean,
It's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Is it fireball? Is it fireball?
no, it is a lightning bolt. So the one that drifted over to the right side there got all of you in a line. So just sorry, remind me of those again.
20.
20,
19.
19, Mike.
15.
15. Okay, everyone made it. So you take half damage. Let me grab some Ds here. These Ds.
I love Deeses.
I hate Deeses, doopies. I'm
There we
immune to lightning damage. I don't know if anybody knew that.
Oh, that's
Liar.
what it was.
Oh,
Okay.
2 nat ones. Rude. Okay, so that is 14 lightning damage halved to 7.
Ow. The pain is
Shocking.
excruciating.
Now,
We'll
Vuzlin,
never recover.
with your bold claims of
I'm
immunity,
so buff. I feel
Yes,
like
with my-
I've gained 40 pounds of fluff and fat. I can just take anything.
Vuzlin, the other one, seeing you backing away, does fire off another one towards you, but is it doesn't have you lined up, so only Vuzlin. Another dexterity
very
saving
well.
throw, please.
Sure, maybe think save balls. 17.
17. Okay, so you take half again. A bit better this time. That is 25 half to 12.
Look, I'm an electrical engineer. I put 600 volts through my arm once. This is nothing.
Okay, so
I have questions.
that's their
I have answers.
turn. The other one is going to go for you again, for Shiro.
Okay.
So one more dex save.
It's 18.
18. Okay, everyone's being so dexterous today. Rude. So you take half of this, which is 21 half to 10.
Okay.
And then it is the Demos Megan's turn. Let's see. I mean, they're just going to both run at Fushiro, because he's the only one close enough to get to in a single
Makes sense.
move.
AC 20.
Thank you. Let's just pop my back there a little bit. Demos Megans. Actually, you know what? No, the other one's going to fire at Vuzlin. Stay over here. Let's separate those techs out a bit.
Wow.
Cool.
So, so Vuzlin, what's your AC?
14.
14. Okay, light crossbow. That's a 15 and a 23. So,
Wow, I'm immune to crossbow.
that is a total of 13 piercing damage. Twing. There's 2 crossbow bolts. It goes like all like platoon, like slow motion. Willem Dafoe. Okay. Was that platoon? Or was it Apocalypse Now?
Don't make me. Yeah, that was Platoon.
Platoon,
Yes.
right,
Don't
yeah.
make me do my Willem Dafoe. Don't.
And Fushiro, as it comes
Yes.
lunging at you with its great sword.
Great.
It is great. 23 hits.
That does hit.
21 hits.
That also does hit.
You take a total of 19 slashing.
Okay.
As it cuts into you with the sword there. And Olsien, sorry to keep you waiting so long. As
Well, no worries.
As you just like pop into existence in a little ball of flashing, spectral light. This creature. I think it's like because it's taller than you, right? So it's just got this horrifying underlit like face, just turns towards you, and you just hear in your mind, "Wrong door to come knocking," and just charges at you, tries to bite you and claw you to pieces. What is your AC?
17.
Okay, the bite. That's a 13, misses. I will re-roll with my crystal. An 11 also misses. Damn it. Damn it. Does not catch you with its jaws. Crystal, come here. Come, get it. There we go. Yeah. Bye-bye, Crystal. You failed me.
Crystal.
You failed me. Okay. And the claw attacks. Hopefully a little more effective. Ha! Natural 1. And
Oh
16. There you go. That hits right.
no.
Is that one hit?
Nope. 16 is not hit.
What was your AC? I thought you said 16. Sorry.
17.
Blah. Right. Okay. Young Mike, back to you. From
right.
hidden away.
Hidden away.
Your charmed buddy is shooting at Fruslin. The other is
Yeah.
hanging out.
I think I would like to. Can I get to the one who looks in charge? If I feline dash up to him?
Oh, you got the feline agility.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say yes, and you could go via the Megan that you're charmed on the left side there. So, you know, there won't be an attack of opportunity. You would have to reveal yourself, but
No, that's
I
fine.
mean, that sounds rude. You would have to come
Revealing
out of hiding.
myself. I'll expose myself.
Just Tabaxi streaking across. I mean, of all the
Or
characters
run
to go streaking,
60
the
feet.
Tabaxi's the least. It's just like, oh, it's a cat.
How about be like, hey?
Okay, so yeah, you dash around the back there, and
Yeah.
what do you do?
Hey, my name's Mike. What's all this fighting about? You seem like nice folks.
You just turn those impassive eyes, regard you in a slightly softer gaze than they have been turned on the others. He's like, the observatory is, telepathically in your mind, the observatory is closed. All intruders must be dealt with. We have orders to kill.
Right. But those are like guidelines, right? Like, you don't need to actually kill. You can mean, like, just ask politely to leave. Kill is so permanent,
We
usually.
did ask politely to leave, but it didn't seem to work.
I am ignoring that. Say, but, like, who are those orders from? Do they respect you? Do they respect you the way that I respect you?
Our orders come from our creator. Without them, we would not exist.
How often has that creator checked in on you?
It is irrelevant. Standing orders are continued.
I think that's pretty highly relevant, personally. I would want a creator who checks in on me and, you know, remembers my birthday and remembers my littermates' birthdays. And
Ronnie,
I think it would
Mike-
be nice if
Mike took the emotional damage references as a cue. What are you trying to achieve here?
I'm trying to get this in charge guy
Yeah.
to call off his buddies. Stop hurting my friends.
I mean, that'll be.
Is that not possible?
No. I mean, because of the charmed effect, I'll say potentially.
Okay.
Because this is, you know, it's not your regular charm effect here. This is an outpouring of latent wild magic, you know, that was just
Right.
channeled from the surrounding magical structures. And I think that it's a tough DC, but I'll give you a persuasion check, and you have advantage because it's a social thing. And they are charmed by you.
Hey, chat, can I have a crystal? That was real bad.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Unfortunately,
That was so bad.
that is pretty bad. a 10 and a 9 for those wondering at home.
Oh.
Okay, bad luck. He turns. As adorable as you are, orders are orders.
All right, well, dang.
Any bonus action?
Oh,
What's in your next?
I'm going to. Dang, that's an action.
I'm going.
I'm going. No, I am just going
Oh,
to.
my
hide.
clever. You know what?
Oh,
Thanks to their generosity, both last week and this week, with a lot of gifted subs,
thank you.
McClover has given you inspiration there. And I will take into account the lag with chat. You may re-roll that persuasion check.
Fuck me, that's 2 8s.
No.
Oh, God damn it.
But I
McClover,
appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for your efforts.
It was not meant to be.
It's too late, sadly. Your Puss in Boots impression failed. Yes, the eyes were not enough. Delightful green eyes though they are. Everyone, just appreciate everyone. Oh, I forgot to do my shout out at the start. Excuse me. All the stuff that was going on there. Huge shout out to Emma City Art, the fabulous creative that she be. Boop. Yes, if you would like to have some awesome character art for your games or your OCs, let me do this here. Ah, look at that kitty. Hello, Mike. Giant Mike. Your eyes are very nice, but not Puss in Boots level apparently.
No.
I just love the paw print on the end of the sword. It's great.
It's so cute. Okay. Then I am going to how far would 30 feet get me? Probably not enough to like hide from anyone.
You already moved
I ran
and used your
60
feline agility, right?
But I have Misty Step. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
But instead, I will stay here and just go, well, you can't blame a guy for trying, and clap him on the shoulder and hex him.
Okay.
Yes.
Does that break the charm?
Yeah, is that gonna break your charm?
No, because I don't hurt him when I do it.
True.
Oh,
That's a fair point. That is another
No.
golf club.
I think this is the hex one. It's quite a scary icon for the hex, but that is the hex one. Okay, so yeah, he is
Yeah,
hexed.
it just means that
I like
when
how
I decide to hurt him, I will deal more necrotic damage.
I love how
and
adding
I'm
the other
gonna
icon puts the big heart mark like right on his head. He's just like,
And I'm gonna say he gets disadvantage on dexterity checks,
notice.
not saving throws, but
The
checks.
old Dextis. Okay. So moving on, Ocean with your big froggy friend.
Yes, who's getting quite intimate. I haven't killed one of you in forever. I'm gonna enjoy this feast.
Yeah,
let's have
the
some
whole
fun.
the whole nature of Slad. I bet there's a bunch of them out in wild space.
Yeah, they're kind of all over the place, so it's nice to finally see one. I don't know if one's ever appeared on the channel, so if not, congratulations. If so, then I would like to try and kill this one too. So,
I mean, in Candlekeep Mysteries, a Slad tadpole burst out of the back of the fighter
it's fair.
and outright killed him, and he came back as a reborn.
That'll do it.
But a full-on Slad? I'm trying to remember. Maybe? I think I've used them before. I know that our friends over at Carney Sideshow, Chris and Sylvie, when they did the first ever one-shot roulette, which is that's the whole reason that thing was. Oh no, we did one offline. The first online one, they were fighting a Slad in the city of Sigil.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So,
All right,
attack.
let's have some fun.
Attack.
Yes, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna do that Great Weapon Master attack where I take a -5 penalty to the attack roll, and see if I can do that. Because I think I have a good guess as to what I want to do.
You can certainly try.
Let's roll a crystal. Let's use a crystal.
Notice.
That'll do it. How's the 26 to hit? Actually, 21. I
I
apologize.
was gonna say
Minus the 5.
31.
I was 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
All right, lovely. So,
Oh, there he goes again. Oh.
God, there's a second attack. I have the other die.
Let's go.
It's gonna be. Hold on.
No,
Roll that one.
demand it
Great
now.
Weapon Master.
Immediacy.
Right. No. That's gonna be a 24 damage on that attack.
Notice.
We will make a second attack, which is a 23 to hit.
Right.
Lovely. It's going to be 14 damage again.
Okay. Thank you.
Bonus action. Temporal Strike.
Okay.
Improved Temporal Strike, which allows me to, as a bonus action, take one more attack
Okay.
on that turn, as long as I hit. Whew. Natural 20.
Nice.
And because it's a natural 20, Great Weapon Master allows me to deal. No, it doesn't. I just want to knock something out. Okay, never mind. Forget what I said. I already used my bonus action. That damage is going to be 14 doubled to 28.
No, that's not how it works.
Oh, my bad. Okay, 14 slash. I always forget. My that's on me.
What's
that's gonna be
the
14
damage?
slash
What's the damage equation?
It's double the max damage of the actual thingy
No.
that you're damaging with.
No.
My bad. So that's going to be
What-
14 plus.
What's the roll for damage?
Yeah. So the damage is 2d6 plus 6, which
Okay,
would be.
So it's 18 plus whatever you rolled. 18,
14.
18 plus 2d6. No, 18 plus 2d6.
Oh, 18 plus 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Okay,
you
I
have to do
just
it
did that.
manually.
It was
You have to do it
yeah.
manually. You can't do it on the thing.
Yeah. So it's 18, and then I rolled 14 for damage. So.
But that was with the plus 6, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So. I
It's
know.
8.
I'm all wonky. This is just. It's a lot. So that's 14 total damage. So that would be plus the 18.
8.
So I
it's,
rolled
it's
14,
26.
26. My math is all over the freaking place.
Yeah. Okay, just to reiterate, a critical hit at natural 20 is the maximum possible plus an extra roll of the dice involved.
Perfect.
Okay, so 2d6 plus 6 would be 18 plus 2d6. Okay, they are
pretty-
bloodied and looking very worse for wear. Okay, the Hypnos Megan with Mike right there, but is unable to attack Mike, will instead lash out at Vuzlin.
Didn't make him fall down.
Vuzlin, they attack you with their psychic lash. Their eyes glow silver, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Ha 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 ha. Good. Good.
I really hope you get a natural one after going good.
19.
19? Okay, good. So you take half the psychic damage. So 4 psychic damage. 9 half to 4.
I've had headaches worse than that.
And it's your turn.
Very well. I will go after this
Fushiro deck.
guy again.
Mhm.
With another. No, I was on the spells. Don't go to spells. Go to actions. Thank you, little. And 11.
Misses.
All right, I got one more.
It's
19. Right. So first off is 4 plus 1d6, and then 3d6 radiant. So 7
Okay.
piercing, 8 radiant.
Thank you. So 15 total there. Nice. Okay, so yes, the arrow goes streaking across with tailing its little thing of like a little comet, like an astral elf comet through the space, slams into the creature there. Okay, thank you. Any bonus action?
You know what? Yes. I'm going to take a bonus action to cast Searing Smite on my. So that will be on my next attack. I will do some extra damage. So I'll
Noted.
cast that right now.
Okay,
I know it's going to roll. It's going to roll. Disregard that. So.
will do.
Okay.
And Fushiro, you are attacked by 2 of these creatures, the other one flanking off on the side.
I have to remember I'm a shield master. I shouldn't have taken any lightning damage. Well, I should have taken some because I can only use my reaction once. But I will attack the one that hit me.
Okay. The Galvin or the Deimos? The fighter or the wizard looking one? Helmet
the
or
Deimos.
helmet or no helmet?
But no, the Megan. No, the Megan did not hit me, right?
They're both Megans. Sorry, just different types of Megan.
Oh, sorry, the Galvin did not hit me.
No, the static thing missed.
Alright, so it's gonna be the Deimos.
Okay.
18.
18 will hit.
Okay. Will burn a first level smite.
Do that thing.
Sorry, let me do my math.
You're forgiven. It's very early in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking of them as Megan Thee Stallion. I'm sorry. These the kids listen to these days.
So here.
And then the smite.
If any of you like hip hop, I just recently came across late to the game, but I came across Coast Contra. They're really good. So good.
27, and then improved smite. So it's slashing and radiant. I can tell you the specifics if you need, but
Okay.
total would be 28.
Thank you. Okay, they are bloodied by that.
Second attack is a 21 to hit.
Okay.
We're not going to use a smite on this one. Okay, math again. It's going to be... Wow, not great numbers on the radiant damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that's much better. 26 total.
Okay, tell me what happens.
So, he slashes Fushido across the chest, and Fushido just narrows his eyes, raises his sword above his head, and comes down on him with one slash and then a slash back, and the bright, radiant energy bursts forward, and he explodes in a harmless bit of fire,
Fire
I
and smoke.
think.
Indeed.
Fire and smoke.
Yep.
I would like to take this opportunity
Two.
to cast Bardo on that
Bardo.
creature.
Bardo.
Draw up their fading life essence
Okay.
Ooh.
and heal Bushiro, who just got real hurt.
I did get real hurt. Thank you.
3d8 plus
Nice.
2, so 19 hit points.
Nice.
So I just suck that dying dude out and give it to you.
Thank you. That's so nice. Now it's probably not gonna matter because he'll stand up almost immediately. But I'll
Wait,
turn
didn't
to.
he die?
He did,
Okay.
but there's a different guy standing next to me.
Oh, well, yeah. I only have one.
For sure.
reaction.
For sure.
Yes.
Belay that order.
Belaying.
Mike does that, and the manner of this creature means that it is not successful.
No, it's a construct. No.
Oh boy.
There is
boy.
there is no life spark
so
to
sorry.
tap into.
Oh well.
I'm sorry, Fushiro. I tried. I was so excited too.
That was like the one cool moment Mike had. It's just like, I got this. I can really.
I can help.
Hey, Captain Ziggy coming in with some inspiration for Fuzlin. Thank you. And Mike, thank you, Ziggy.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I will.
Don't ask me to. Sorry, make me ask you to leave the building.
I will hit him. I will hit the guy behind me with my shield.
Oh, and me. Oh, disadvantage. I was like, and me, but it's a disadvantage for me. I see you, Ziggy. I see you.
I got a plan for you next time. Maybe.
I appreciate it.
It might be next year at this point.
It's. I rolled a 9 on a shove attempt. On the
athletics?
Yeah, the guy behind me.
Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm trying to get all these crystals sorted before I forget. Thank you for that, Ziggy. And I do want everyone to succeed as well, so disadvantage. And it makes, if I'm successful, it makes it even that more delicious. So, so that's Mike's advantage, Vuzen's advantage, and my... Which I will immediately use, actually, so I'm going to leave the crystal over here. It's going to immediately trigger, so never mind. Everyone, Christmas goodies from Troll Lord Games there in chat. Jump in. Free bundles. Okay, thank you. So that was what was that on the athletics again?
A 9.
Galvin. Dexterity. 14. They woof out the way.
They done not get hit.
They are hovering, by the way, as their art would suggest. Hey, Boogers. Thank you. Right, okay. So, the Galvin Megan are going to see if their static discharge recharges or not. Do I roll this with disadvantage? Or do I wait till a d20 roll?
Your choice.
I think I mean, it's right. It's supposed to be d20 rolls, isn't it? So I'll do that. Okay. So the one that was out on the right side there, flanking, does recharge. The one next to Fushiro also recharges.
That's
and the
fine.
one over on the left also recharges. A 5 and a 5 and a 6. Ooh. Okay, so...
These are dangerous constructs.
They are. Fushiro and Vuzlin, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Wanna.
I insist.
17.
17.
Oh, I'm going to use that inspiration to re-roll that natural
Immediately.
1.
Thank you, Ziggy. Natural 1. Oh. So low.
11.
Bad luck, mates. Okay. So, I'm afraid, Vizin, you do not see this one coming. He's like, it won't recharge on the first turn. And you get caught by it. And Fushiro, you take half.
I'm going to use my reaction to pull up my shield and take nothing.
Okey-doke.
Nice.
So, Vuzlin, you take 35 lightning damage.
Makes my hair stand on end.
And I need another throw as that one, the charmed one, also goes for you, Vuzlin, over that side. One more dex save, please.
Very well.
Pew, pew, pew. Much better. Okay, so you take half. That is 21 half to 10.
So,
Yes.
at 11th level, when you take damage that would reduce you to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to call out to your spirit usher.
Yes.
And what does he do? I think he takes. I think he takes the damage. Hang on, I
The
got to.
Spirit Toucher gives you thoughts and prayers.
That is
One
so
like,
much
one prayer.
like
Nice.
the ancestral guardians shit from Skyrim with the Dunmer.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just here and on fire. What's up?
So at Haunted Warden at 11th level. So just what does it say? I think it takes. I think it takes the damage for me. Sorry, 1 second.
see what we can see here.
Your spirit use. Oh, okay, Spirit Usher teleports into an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you and takes half the damage dealt to you.
Okay.
That's it. So he takes 5.
5, and you take 5. Yeah.
And I take 5, and I still live.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
And there was much for joy.
Okay, now, the one over there next to our friend Fushiro hovers. I think as you try and do that shove attack, they dodge out of their dexterity there. They go up and over you, Fushiro, as they drop down on the other side and fire a lightning bolt back towards you and Mike. So dexterity saving throws, please.
You don't like to see that.
It does. Oh, I don't have a reaction anyway.
24.
Nice.
Me as well.
Yes, please.
Spell?
No.
13.
13. Okay. Let me double check the DC. Might be enough still. No, it was 14. Okay, so half for Mike, full for Fushiro. That is going to be 12. 20 for Fushiro and 10 for Mike.
What was I gonna say?
Spirit Usher.
He is now down to 22 hit points.
Good job. Is this the Guardian Geist?
Yes, it's Guardian Geist.
Yeah, when you take damage that would reduce to 0, you can use your reaction to call out your Spirit Usher. If you do, teleports to an occupied space, half the damage, potentially preventing your death. Yes, it did.
Potentially and did. How nice of it to see into the future for.
Amazing.
In addition, when your Spirit Usher dies, you have advantage on attack rolls. What have I been doing? I haven't been attacking the Spirit Usher all this time. What was I thinking?
Your fault. What are you thinking?
Okay, so I think it's because I'm playing a similar gifted ranger, so I've urged not to harm the poor Spirit Ushers.
Yes,
okay,
poor
that is the
Spirit- yes,
that's the
thank
Galvan's done. The Demos, this last remaining Demos will see you, Mike, and charge at you with their greatsword drawn.
Wow.
You just hear, the observatory is closed. The observatory is closed. And yeah,
Puzzle.
18.
Yeah, you reduced my dex to shit. That hits.
And a 9 will miss, right?
Yes, it will.
Okay, so 11,
Thanks, God.
11 slashing. As they hit you and they immediately regret it, so they purpose missed the second one.
I'm just too cute. That's what it is.
I think maybe the charmed Hypnos Megan was just like, no.
Not
Look
the
at that.
fluffy one.
Okay, Blue Slad coming in. Let's see, Ossian,
Hi.
will we
That's
get a
good.
special Christmas miracle? Let's
Will be
see.
indeed.
AC was 17, you said?
17.
Okay, Chomp. Misses. Claws. Ha! Hits. And hits.
How much did they hit over? Out of curiosity?
It was 23, 27.
23, 27? Yeah, okay. I'll take that. I'll take that willingly.
So, you take a total of 23 slashing
23
damage.
slashing.
And I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Did you say 2?
I did.
How does a 20 on the first one fare?
Uh-huh. And the second?
The second one is not great. However, I'm going to use Indomitable.
Which is...
That is the fighter ability once per long rest. I think.
I do not want to know what a schlong rest is.
Long rest. I could tell you, but this is a family stream. You can reroll a saving throw that you fail. You must use a new roll. You can only use this one time per long rest.
Okay, please re-roll.
And that roll was a 22.
Okay. So they both succeed. See if anything happens on a fail. Nope. Congratulations, you are not infected with the chaos phage.
That sounds lovely. You know,
Right. Okay. So
That sounds fun for science.
as
Yeah, like, can you just take it voluntarily?
you can always choose to fail safe.
I will. Moon
So-
was made of ribs. Would you eat it? It's a simple question.
That, with our big lumbering blue slud friend, brings us to the end of the round. I'm going to say we will pick up with our various blue friends here in the new year.
Yeah, this might take a while.
Aw.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Does that mean that next year our stats are returned to us?
You will, yes. I am gonna go with what Patch said. Patch has also introduced the Wheel of Shenanigans on his channel, inspired by us here, and he has made it that it's just the end of that session in particular. So yes, we will be resetting. I'll reset the character sheets for you. So
it will be very
John-
hurt next session.
John, I think you should be your own man. You know, do your own thing. Keep it going.
just because you want the
keep it
benefits, crystals will
No.
remain. Crystals will remain, but stats will reset. Stats.
Not it at all.
Stats and size shenanigans will reset. Don't worry, you can still talk to animals. no, I'm sorry.
I
Disney,
can talk
Disney
to the
Princess does
animals.
also go.
Oh,
I've taken a lot of herdeg and I'm still not at my norm.
I just wanted to build a
So
snowman.
I have to be really injured next time.
I've just got this full-on image of like Adventures in the Feywild getting hit with that Disney Princess. It's like, nothing's different. Like all the animals were already talking.
and dressing us, just
Yes.
just reach out your arms and they
Although actually-
doff and don your armor. Yeah.
Vuzlin actually there for the Disney Princess thing. I think in that, Kingsport became like a regular penguin for you. Awakened animals become unable to communicate with you.
Oh no, poor Kingsport.
Kingsford, no.
All right, so let us wrap things up there, my friends. Thank you all so much. If you are not already, jump into that giveaway last call, as we have two things to send your way. We have fantastic on digital goodies from CZRPG and a set of beautiful Phoenix dice to go to one lucky winner, the Baron's Boon, as we like to call it, as it is a gift from Baron Dragobon. So get in that giveaway if you're not already, ! Enter in the chat, and we shall wrap things up here and then see who our lucky winners are. Mike, who are you in the material plane?
Hi! In the real life, I'm Jess. I'm Angry Nerd Girl on Twitch. I don't know where Twitter will be in the new year, but my link is there. I'm Miss_Jessa3. I'm also
Did I
on
see right?
Mastodon.
Did Elon step down?
He's doing a poll on it as we speak.
Oh, that's just
And,
for he's just trolling for views.
Today they instituted that no outside links, but as we were playing, they removed that policy, so you can have links to Mastodon again. So
Okay.
you can also find me on Mastodon and on Hive, where I'm Unseelie Jess. So you can check me out there, and my stream will be back in the new year as well. So
Woot woot.
hope
Okay.
to see you then.
And thank you for joining QuestJunkiesUK this year. Started with our one-shot roulette, and then into the weekly chance to play together. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
having me. It's been lovely.
The other Mike, IRL Mike, Ossian, where can people find you in the material plane?
Hi, friends. Thanks for joining tonight. I am Mike, the aforementioned, not related in any way to Yelling Mike and it. You'll find me here on Monday mornings, Sunday evenings, or Thursday mornings, Wednesday evenings for Out of the Abyss. Be here. Enjoy your holidays, everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much.
You. There you go. Shout out for Jess's channel there as well. If you're not already, give them a follow so you can see when they are live. And moving on across there, Vuzlin, who are you on the material plane?
Oh, hello, I am the Maharishi and all the Twitters and the Twitches. A cog in the corporate machine by day. At night, you can find me playing D&D on several channels, and those links are in my doobly-doo on my Twitchery-doo. And I was about to say, yeah, it appears that Elon doesn't know Twitch exists, because in those rules, Twitch wasn't part of the bullet points, so, but yeah, it's whatever.
Neither was
That's what I'm
Tumblr.
gonna do. Neither was Tumblr. Neither was FetLife. There's a lot of them that weren't there, so you know.
Okay.
Let's just keep that on the down low. And yeah, I play Vuslin. Yes, the Warden Drow, the Draco bit, but not quite turn. And looking forward to the new year because we'll be off now for a couple of sessions.
Indeed.
Maybe he'll die again.
But yes, also joining us for the first time this year. Thank you, Maharishi. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, it's been very much fun. Thank you so much for having me. That's right. It's been a lot of fun.
And last but not least, Fushiro. Muted.
Hello, I was muted. Hello, I'm Josh. I play here primarily. I live in Japan. I don't have the social medias for you to follow, so you'll just have to come back.
Ah, shucks. Okay.
Enjoy your various winter holidays.
Indeed. And speaking of coming back to see us again, we will be back on January 8th, 9th, respectively, depending where you are in the world. So, yes, it'll be a pleasure to see you all. We have a few more sessions, though, before the end of the year, so if you would like to join any of our other stories and adventures, please jump in whenever you are able. Give us a follow, jump into that Discord and see everything that's going on with us. Catch up with the VODs on the YouTube, and you can stay in touch. And lots of fun one-shots and stuff on the YouTube as well, if you don't want to jump into a big old campaign. I understand that. I recently finally became a subscriber to Dropout TV, so I am desperately trying to catch up with all the Dimension 20 campaigns. But they are generally shorter, so that helps. So please do, yes, give us a follow there. And we will look forward to seeing you next time, which will be said Out of the Abyss. And then we have Barovia and Beyond and Wild Beyond the Witchlight coming up this week. Our other 3 chances for you to win some more of those lovely Phoenix dice. And we will then be back next week, not with the Hunger of Ythryn, as it will be Christmas Day for most of these people, but we will be back next week with the final session of the year, just a single session next week, the final session of the year, which will be Out of the Abyss. So, I shall see you there to round out the year on the 29th or 28th, depending where you are. And actually, I say that's the last session of the year. There might be a secret bonus session next week, but it's not confirmed yet. I'm hoping to instigate some more shenanigans, and we shall see. Okay, thank all of you for another fabulous time. Always an absolute pleasure. And if I don't see you later in the week, have yourselves a wonderful holiday weekend, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. But winners, 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 winners. Let me refresh here. Good luck, everyone.
Everyone's a winner. Bargains galore.
Ending the year in hell. No, that's no way to talk about the in-laws. Okay, now. That's a very old school joke, isn't it? Take my mother-in-law, please.
Please.
Classic. Okay, good luck, everybody. Lots of folks jumped in here. First things first, the CZRPG digital goodies are going to... Who's it? Oh no, I was just closing the entries. Pick the winner. Going to...
Yeah, entry's closed.
JR. Congratulations, JR.
Yay.
I will send you the link for that in the very close future. And the second winner, the beneficiary of the Baron's Boon, a set of lovely Phoenix dice, is going to... Boop. Cardman2467. Hey Daisy, how you doing? Let's double check they are still kicking around. Cardman, are you there? Are you still logged in? Yes, they're still logged into chat there. So, congratulations to Carbon, getting themselves some fantastic click-clack math rocks from out of Taiwan's finest Phoenix dice. Alright, okay, my friends. We will see you all again very soon. Thanks for joining us today, and we will catch you for our adventures later on, as we, right now, are going to go raiding. Roger, welcome. I think everyone for being very gracious. Scarlet's on. Cool. Let's just see what's kicking off. Attempt to see what's kicking off. Right, what can I see? There we go. Who is live? Any on the stream team? I know our buddies were doing a wrap up of their Blade Runner campaign, but I think it looks like they've finished. Okay. Scarlet is on Phantom, but Scarlet is quite popular enough on her own merits. she's doing fine.
She's doing fine.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, she has 68 viewers, so if only one of you stuck around for the raid, that would be nice. But
Everyone else go.
besides, we have Rishi sat right there, and there is a certain Milady Saito on at the moment, so I think we should raid over there instead. Yes, you can catch Maharishi over on Milady Saito's channel on other times. So, everyone, we will stick around and see what's going on over there. So, you know what to do, my friends. Stick around for the raid if you've got let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi.
We got
Oyasumi.
Oyasumi.